Hello students, now this is the demonstration on surface landmark of the thorax. Now in this is the mummified cadaver. In this you can see in the midline this is the sternum, and on each side you can see the ribs. Now here this is the superior border of manubrium sternum. Here at this there is a suprasternal notch or jugular notch at the upper or superior border of manubrium sternum and between the medial ends of clavicles. This is a jugular notch. The trachea is palpated in this jugular notch. Now below this jugular notch, around 5 cm below, you can see a horizontal ridge, transverse ridge, which is at the junction of manubrium and body of sternum. So manubriosternal joint. So this is the sternal angle of angle of Lewis. Now here the plane passing from this sternal angle, it passes posteriorly from the intervertebral disc between T4 and T5 thoracic vertebrae, that is 4th and 5th thoracic vertebrae. And the above this plane there is superior mediastinum is there, and below this plane inferior mediastinum is there. While the plane passing from this suprasternal notch, it passes from 2nd thoracic vertebrae. Now the sternal angle of Lewis, it is very important, as you can see on each side there is articulation of 2nd costal cartilage, and here the 2nd rib is articulated here. So here this is the 2nd costal cartilage which is articulated, and it is one of the reliable landmark to count the intercostal spaces. Now here you can see above this line, above this rib there is 1st intercostal space. This is below this rib there is 2nd intercostal space, 3rd intercostal space, and so on. So here this is a reliable landmark to count the ribs. Now at this level there are many changes which are taking place. These are the plane passing from this level. At this the ascending aorta ends and arch of aorta begins. Again at the same level the arch of aorta ends and descending aorta begins posteriorly. Again at the level of sternal angle, the trachea bifurcates into right and left bronchi. Azygous vein arches over the root of lung and enter into superior vena cava, as well as the thoracic duct changes its direction from right side to left side. Also at this level the cardiac plexus of heart are situated. So these are some of the changes taking place at the level of sternal angle of angle of Lewis. Now if you go here at the lower end of sternum, you can see this is the xiphisternal joint, and this is situated on each side. Now here you can see on each side there is costal margin formed by 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th costal cartilages of the respective ribs. So from 7th to 10th costal cartilages, this costal margin is formed, and at this between this here there is the epigastric fossa is there. Epigastric because just above the stomach it is lying, so it is the epigastric fossa. You can auscultate the sounds of stomach at this epigastric fossa. Now the plane passing from this level posteriorly is the 9th thoracic vertebrae posteriorly. Now now we have just seen that how to calculate the ribs from the sternal angle. This is 2nd rib, 3rd rib, 4th rib, and so on. Now here let's see where the apex bit is situated. Now apex bit is situated in 5th intercostal space. So this is the below this level 2nd intercostal space, 3rd, 4th and 5th. So this is the 5th intercostal space, around 9 cm away from the mid-sternal line or median plane. Here this is the position of the apex bit, which is just medial to the mid-clavicular line. So here we can palpate the apex bit. Then here you can see the mid-clavicular line, that is passing from midpoint of the clavicle, then inferiorly from tip of 9th costal cartilage. Now this is the 9th costal rib. So this is the 9th costal cartilage, and then below it is passing from mid-inguinal line. So this is the mid-clavicular line. Apex V, it is situated just median to the mid-clavicular line in the fifth intercostal space, around 9 cm away from the mid-sternal line. Now the next thing here, mid-axillary line. Now here you can see this is anterior axillary fold and posterior axillary fold. In between these two folds there is mid-axillary line is passing from it. Again here the position of nipple, it varies in males and females. In males it is in the fourth intercostal space. So here this is second intercostal space, third and fourth. So in case of males it is situated in the fourth intercostal space. In females it varies. Now trachea is palpated here in the suprasternal notch in this way. It should be midline in position. If it is shifted to one side, it indicates the shift of mediastinum. So this is about certain features, surface landmark of the thorax. Thank you.